Congress is crying foul because someone finally dared to challenge their spending spree. They call it lawless. I call it accountability. Today, I'm breaking down why this fight isn't about the Constitution. It's about politicians protecting their power. Let's get into it.
Of the directives, the priorities that members bring that reflect what their constituents have asked them to bring forward, and the services that we provide to the American people. It's the only piece of legislation that needs that kind of cooperation in order to get a signature by the president, because we all know what happens if that doesn't occur. That the government shuts down. There isn't another piece of legislation. There isn't another effort in the entire lexicon of bills, laws, and everything that we produce here. This is a very special effort that goes into an appropriations process. And what has happened here, as I said in my opening statement, is the Office of Management and Budget, the director, has orchestrated a lawless upheaval of the entire federal government. And it is based on his own debunked views of government and where the power should lie. And remove the Congress, remove the appropriations process as established in the Constitution from making the decisions of the power of the purse in this institution. My God, why do we all want to gravitate to this committee, to be on it as one of the most important committees that is here? And I would tell Ways and Means, appropriations is a hell of a lot more important than Ways and Means. I know Richie Neal would not be happy about that, or others. But it is about the Appropriations Committee. And what Vogt has done, he's decided that his views, his priorities are superior. They're superior to the priorities that we come up with, that are directives, the lawful decisions of the Democratic and Republican representatives in the United States Congress. It says us. He is slapping us in the face. He is turning his back on this process. And even, my God, in the midst of everything that we're trying to do is to get bills across a finish line and to try to do something by September 30th. What does he do? He comes forward with a pocket rescission. Not only did we vote on the piece the last time, which won by only one vote, but Congress had a vote. This time he says, the hell with you. We don't even need your vote. And we're going to take the money away. My God, why do we want to allow someone to do that? He doesn't care about the laws. And as I just said, he has upended and he wants to upend what has historically been a bipartisan appropriations process, where Republicans win some, Democrats win some, we each lose some, but we reflect the priorities directed to us by the American people. And it's been said here over again, it's governing by illegal impoundment, by reconciliation, and by rescission. And again, it is eliminating the Appropriations Committee as it is set out in the Constitution of the United States. And, my God, I will just say, I want to say thank you to the gentleman and really getting to the heart of what we should be doing and raising this issue. We should all be standing up and fighting for the power, the existence, if you will. Its existence at the moment, my friends. And we need to think very, very carefully about that. And with that, I yield back my time, and I say thank you to the gentleman from Hawaii for introducing the amendment.
Welcome back to Jace Manwa. If you're new here, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss when we break down the truth behind what's really going on in Washington. Now, I just finished listening to this speech, and let me tell you, it's the same old story of career politicians crying about process while ignoring the bigger picture. What did we hear? A lecture about how the appropriations process is sacred, how it's bipartisan, and how no one should ever touch the so-called power of the purse. Here's the reality. These folks in Congress have been spending our money recklessly for decades. They pat themselves on the back about cooperation and bicameral support, but what it really means is Republicans give up ground, Democrats grab more control, and the taxpayer gets stuck with a bill. That's not bipartisan success. That's bipartisan failure. The outrage over the Office of Management and Budget supposedly appending the process is laughable. What they're really upset about is someone finally pushing back against their monopoly on spending. Congress loves to hide behind procedure to protect their little fiefdoms. They act like appropriations is some holy temple, but for years it's been nothing more than a backroom deal factory where our money gets shipped out for pet projects and bloated programs that don't serve the American people. Let's not forget, this country was built on checks and balances. And if the executive branch takes steps to block out-of-control spending, that's not lawless. That's called accountability. And it's exactly what hardworking Americans demand. The idea that this committee is more important than every other committee in Congress? That's pure arrogance. They want to scare people by saying, oh, if you don't let us keep spending, the government will shut down. Well, maybe, just maybe, if the government shuts down because Congress can't balance a checkbook, then it deserves a timeout. The bottom line is this: the speech we just heard wasn't about protecting the Constitution or the American people. It was about protecting power, preserving control, and keeping Congress in the driver's seat of runaway spending. And patriots like us need to call it what it is. Thanks for watching Jace Manwa. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you're tired of politicians pretending they're defending democracy while all they're really doing is defending their own power. Until next time, stay vigilant and stay free.